Hello, YouTube. I hope everyone is having a good holiday season and a good end of the year. Um, I want to make a quick video because it's something that honestly just popped up in my comment feed on Instagram. Um, and I learned suddenly that there were maybe 6 or 7 people on my YouTube. Um, who knows? It could be a coven of people. It could be people who are friends or who know each other. Um, Basically started, I don't know, pointing their accusations toward me of oath breaking against the New Orleans coven. I want to make it clear, the last time I spoke with any members of the New Orleans coven, and I don't want to talk too much in detail because that is a personal aspect of my spiritual journey and just my life journey. Um, we had separated amicably, and there were a lot of angry and unresolved feelings, a lot of emotions. When you enter into a coven with people, those relationships are intensified. And the separating of a coven can bring strife. And we know this. And so my last words with anyone from the New Orleans coven were blessed be. And in the craft, the way circles are cast is you set a boundary between yourself and the people that you want to have in your inner circle. When you're with a coven, those are the people in your inner spiritual circle. When you leave a coven, those people necessarily are kind of ripped from your soul, and you have to go on without them. And it can be a very painful process. And I've been doing a lot of processing and feeling my way through this whole transition with leaving the Alexandrian tradition. And I just want to make it clear, I think some people have really toxic viewpoints or toxic perspectives from the outside or from the sidelines of what the occult is supposed to be. The occult is not supposed to be the devil tarot card with people chained to an altar. The occult is supposed to be where light is sparked and brought into dark minds to illuminate people's souls. And that is what I'm concerned with my magical rituals and with meeting people in a spiritual setting such as a magic circle. And for those reasons, the boundaries are drawn. You draw the line between who is in your coven and who isn't. When I left the Alexandrian tradition and left that coven, I stepped foot outside of that circle. I'm no longer in it. I'm no longer in that circle. I'm no longer in the Alexandrian tradition. I'm no longer a member of the New Orleans coven. I love those people. They're some of the most brilliant, devoted, spiritual people I've ever met. But splitting of a coven or leaving a coven often brings strife or hard feelings. And for those reasons, my lines are drawn. I've been practicing witchcraft since I was a teenager. I broke free from my Christian restraints, and I wanted to learn of some spiritual path that I could go down where reality could make sense to me and I could understand what God means and what spirituality means. And I looked at so many paths, mostly through books, and I found witchcraft. And since then, witchcraft has been an outlet for me to express my soul, explore the world, meet people, know people, and it's been an amazing journey. And there have been bumps and up and downs, and as I've grown up, I've had to lose friends in the pursuit of my true self. And I've lost friends over and over. And one of my good longtime friends said to me something that she learned from a wise person in her life, that relationships are like seasons. They come, they blossom, and then they fade away. Even if the friendship lasts a lifetime, eventually it has to fade away because everything dies and everything goes on. Everyone on this planet is a sovereign individual. Don't allow anyone to tell you where the lines are drawn in your life around what you're trapped in with. Don't allow someone to tell you that you've sold your soul to them. Don't allow anyone to tell you that you've sold your soul to an idea. We are constantly progressing people. We are constantly evolving people. And we are allowed to explore and go about the world as free agents, especially in this modern day. We're not in medieval times anymore. We're not in ancient society where people are under serfs and people are servants. We're free individuals. In Alexandrian craft, it's taught that the measure is not kept by the coven. You're free to come and go as your conscience dictates, because there are many paths to God. No coven owns the path to God. No group, no person owns the path to God or the powers of God. So don't allow anyone to try and box you in that way. Don't allow other people to write your destiny. Don't allow other people to control you. And the people who don't understand those things and who stick around and want to hurt you, get rid of them. Don't take abuse from them. I grew up in a fairly abusive household, and one of the things that difficult childhood taught me was that you have to set your limits and your boundaries, and don't allow people to abuse you. Don't allow people to mistreat you. And if people are treating you like dirt, that shows you where they're coming from. Maybe they live under a rock. Maybe they're just trolls. Maybe that's a really good word for it at the end of the day. As you go about the world, you realize that there are two kinds of people: the people that are going to be good for you and the people that are going to be bad for you. You have to sit down, recognize that, write it down in a journal if you must, and just set your priorities straight and realize that you're a free individual. The occult has had a long history of abuse and entanglement in cult-like behavior. I am not going to have that in my life. There are some people, I guess, who think that should still exist. I don't, and I'm not going to have that in my life. And I want everyone to know that I am a free agent. I'm a witch. I'm a spiritual person. All of this has been going on my entire life. Alexandrian craft was something that I worked on for several years. And while I was doing that, I was also working on my own practices of magic. And I wanted to serve that tradition as a priest, and I think that's what I did. And I'm not doing that anymore. Don't allow any person to hold your soul against you. We are all free, and I think we all deserve to be treated that way, and I think we all deserve to be treated as sovereign individuals in this society. And I think that the people who don't agree with that are not worth having around. And I have no problem with getting rid of them. And the block button can work wonders. I wish everyone a happy season free from drama, and a happy Yule, a happy Saturnalia, a Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year as well. I'm sitting here next to my altar in my little temple space in my new chair that I got. It's I think it's antique. It was really worn out, and I got it at a antique store nearby, and it was a pretty good deal. And I fixed it up and reupholstered the seat, and hopefully I'm going to be taking pictures in it soon. I hope everyone's craft is magical. I wish no one the blightings that haters bring. I wish that upon no one, because witchcraft and magic and religion are supposed to be things that are beautiful and make the world better. And if they're not, or there are forces within that that are contributing negatively toward your life, recognize that they're demons and exorcise them. And that's what I do.